Right, we're rolling. Got a cool dude here with the shades. Our next mission, by the way, this is Geordie. She's apprentice number 2 for Pryde Engineering for the year.
Hello.
Right, we've got an adapter we're making. We've machined a bolt. We've machined this adapter of sorts that the customer brought in. We've pressed it in, but we're just going to braze it in. The reason we're not welding it with the MIG is because it'll pull and it'll run out, won't run true. So we'll do low heat, nice braze. First of all, to braze, we're going to learn how to braze on a bit of metal. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll set the flame to a neutral flame, probably.
Flame?
Yep. We're going to. This is old school fire welding. We get the rod warm and we dip it in flux. The flux helps it stick to the metal. Okay. And we're going to heat a patch, and when it's getting molten, we're going to dip a bit of flux in. A bit of bronze rod, and we're going to move along a line. And when we get real good at that, we can then go into the real job. Okay.
Oh, so it's like we're welding that onto this.
We're going to weld a bit of this metal, this rod, onto here, just so you can get the practice of
Wait, so
the technique.
can I have the rod going like that way, having it like that in the middle?
Good question. Do you know, if you start melting that rod like that, there won't be enough rod there, so you're going to have to keep feeding more in.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's why you need to have it on end and feed it in, and then you slide your hand up
But
and
I've
you feed
also
more
got
in.
this other
So there's a
question.
technique. Yep, go ahead.
This part's more shinier than the rest of the rods.
Yep.
Why is that?
Because it's been kept clean in a packet. So do you know what?
What?
It's a good question. When we weld in those rough bits, because there's a bit of tape on there, that's going to contaminate the weld. So it's always a good idea to give the rod a bit of a clean first.
So, do you want me to go find a...
Good question. Usually use a bit of emery.
Uh-oh, my worst enemy.
Oh, you don't like the sound, do you?
The feel and both. No, the sound's fine, but the feel is just not good.
Won't do any harm. Right. And that's a good question. Start with a clean rod, you end up with a clean weld, okay?
Okay.
Right. Next thing you need to do, turn the gas on. So you turn them anti-clockwise, and it's got a valve on it. And I'll get you a pair of gloves. Only because I want you to, I know they're a bit big, but
I've just got a question. So whenever you turn that on, does it turn the compressor out there?
no, that was a coincidence. The compressor just turned on at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Right, chuck these on. They're a bit big, but this is just to save your hands from getting burns, okay?
Okay. Because burns are not nice.
No, they're not nice. Now the thing with bronze welding, brazing, brass welding, cast iron welding, anything like that with a flame, it doesn't spit and spark like the MIG welder or electric welding. So and it doesn't give off UV light. So you won't get sunburn, and you're less likely to get actual burns unless you put the flame over your skin. So you still got to be careful, but you can get away without wearing gloves all the time.
Okay, so
A lot of guys and girls who bronze weld or braze find it easier to run a rod with a bare hand.
Okay.
Obviously, when the rod gets a bit small, you don't want to have your hand too close because the rod gets hot and it gets too close to the flame. Right, so we'll crank it up, eh?
Okay. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on.
We might need that striker needs a new.
So I'm taking over the video now, and this is my channel. So today we're gonna be burning some rods onto this metal stick thingy.
Right. Flame. Watch out, boom. No, it's alright. Look.
No.
We have to set the flame. So that there is a valve. We turn that acetylene on first. And get it so it's just got a bit of carbon coming out at the end.
I can actually feel the heat.
And then we turn some oxygen on. Introduce the oxy nice and slow. Alright, like that. And get that nice neutral flame. There, see the tip of it's got a nice flow. Very hot, about 1300 degrees, so you do not want to touch that, you get burned. Right. Oh goodness, who didn't clean them?
I'm not holding that.
You're gonna be holding this in a minute.
Can you help me hold it?
Yep, so I'm going to demonstrate on a bit of plate, okay, how to braise. Oh goodness, I can't even see through these things.
These are so green, all the windows and stuff are green in
Goodness
these.
me. Right, this will be a test of my old eyes. Right, can you see what, now come a bit closer, don't be afraid. You know what, if you're afraid in engineering and you're not confident, something will go wrong, okay? To get your confidence, you need to get familiar with what you're doing. Think about things, think about them 2, 3 or 4 times before you do them to get your confidence, okay? And then once you get confident, things become easy. So what we're going to do is warm that up.
Oh, so it looks like it's sort of melting it.
See it's starting to go bright, red, orange colour?
So it means it's starting to melt.
Yep. If it melts, you watch, it'll melt right off. See? We don't want that.
It's like lava.
So it is like lava, so you just want to get it orange and dip it in the flux. Orange, dip it in the flux, and now it's got flux powder on it. Right, now the next thing we want to do, can you see there right?
Yep.
You want to hold that on about a 45-degree angle. When we weld, we're going to go from right to left. Now you're left-handed, you might go from left to right, okay? So come in here. No, you're right. You watch, see that bit of metal?
Sort of.
You watch, it'll start changing colour. And it'll go orange, and then the orange will almost start to glow. And when it starts to glow, that means we're starting to get a molten pool in the middle. Right, now see it changing colour in the middle?
Oh yeah. It's like going glowy around the outside and orange in the middle.
Yeah, real bright orange in the middle. Now we can introduce a bit of rod. And just melt a bit of rod on that. Okay. Now that we've got that going, it's a little bit hard to see. And we're away. Can you see that melting?
Sort of, but it's got like a greeny tone to it. Hey.
Yep. There we are. There's the first wee line of weld.
Can I say?
Do not touch that because it's very, very hot, okay? I can touch this end, but that's our first line of weld, okay?
That's like lava.
You want to let that cool at room temperature. So do you want to do this?
No.
Do you want me to do it? You just want to watch? Okay? So get our flux on.
Wait, Dad, I have an idea. So what if I do hold the...
No, because I need to feed that in as we go. So the first thing we need to do, we need to preheat it. It needs to be an even heat all around, okay?
Okay.
It's probably going to melt the paint off. Let's get it a bit warmer, eh?
Ooh.
Never be whoop, too much. You're right. Come here. I might just get a bit more rock settling on that first.
Again.
The tip I'm using is a bit too small for a bigger flame, but it'll be right.
That one. There. There. Right there. About that there. About that, yeah.
Good preheat first for starters. You're there to dance or you're there to make this world look pretty? Come around this side, honey, where you can see. And then you can stand right there, okay?
I'm wanting to see what happens with my glasses off.
You don't want to take the glasses off to look at the flame. The flame, and I'm pretty sure it's not UV, So it won't burn the retina in that sense, but it will blind you just the brightness of it. Okay, so you need to wear these glasses. And we're looking good to start welding.
It smells like s'mores.
Smell like what?
S'mores.
S'mores? What's s'mores?
So it's where you have a cookie, you have a roast that you do it by a campfire, you start a campfire, you get a top and the bottom of the cookie, then you get a roasted marshmallow, so you cook one of them on the marshmallow and stuff and then you roast it over the top of the fire.
Oh, I love it.
And then you add chocolate onto it that's melted a bit. And then you put them all together and then it's a s'more.
Never heard of it before, but...
I made them when we went to quarantine island with the girls.
Oh, on your boat cruise.
Yeah.
Those good guides, eh?
Yeah.
You know the cool thing about engineering?
What?
Some good workshop stories are told. You have a few good yarns when you're doing some jobs with your workmates. So now I've come to work to learn to do a bit of engineering, and I go home learning or knowing a little bit about s'mores. Hey,
Yeah. Hey, we should make some today with our cupcakes.
got to be social with your friends when you're working, isn't it? Right, you know, turn it off, turn that clockwise or clockwise.
This way?
Yep. We'll go bang. And the other one.
That's tight, I think.
Yep. Turn it off at the cylinder.
Oh, the paint has definitely come off.
Yep. Don't touch it, hun. It's real hot.
Can I take my...
Yep. So this is your first welding job, and the number one thing you want to do when you braze something, you want it to cool at room temperature. So you don't quench it. Do you know what happens if we quench that? What I mean by quench it, if we go and put that in cold water and make it cold, the weld could crack. It could change the property of the metal. So we just want to let it cool down at room temperature. Might take about 20 minutes, half an hour to be touch warm. And then we can give a wee clean up and ring the customer and say, hey, your job's all good to go. Don't breathe those fumes. Right. Thanks everyone.